Hi, welcome to this video class. This is Pravina here to teach you class 6 lesson 3 fiber to fabric. Yes children, many a times you might have visited the cloth shop. You might have accompanied your parents while going to a shop, and there you might have seen various fabrics such as bed sheets or blankets or curtains, right? So all these cloth materials we call them as fabrics. Yes. Do you have you got a doubt that what are these fabrics made of? So in these lessons, you are going to learn how these fabrics are made and what are the materials that are used to make a fabric. Yes. For this, you just take a piece of cloth in your hand and try to pull out a thread from it. So as such, take a piece of cloth and try to pull a thread out of it. So these threads that come from a cloth, we call them as yarns. So what are these called as, children? These are called as yarns. And still, when this yarn is still split over, you can see that you can get few more, in the sense that this thread itself, it splits into many fibers. So yarn is made up of fibers. So you just take a piece of cotton in your hand and just try to pull out the cotton, so you can see thin strands which are coming out of it, right? So these thin strands are called as fibers. So these fibers are twisted together to make a yarn. So a fabric is made up of yarns which are arranged together, and yarn is still made up of thinner strands called as fibers. So fabrics are made up of yarns and yarns are further made up of fibers. So where do we get these fibers from? Yes. So here you will get the fiber from cotton plant, jute plant, and also you will get fiber from silk and wool. So all these fibers we get it from plants and animals. So as we get them from plants and animals, these fibers are called as natural fibers. For example, cotton, we get it from a cotton plant. Jute is also a plant. Then linen, flax plant, it is also a plant, flax plant we call it as. So these are all the plant fibers that we obtain. Whereas coming to animals, whereas silk we get it from the cocoon of silkworm, and wool we get it from the fleece or hair of sheep, goat, yak, rabbit and camel. So all these fibers that which are obtained from either a plant or animal are called as natural fibers. But whereas nowadays these fibers are also made from chemical substances. So the fibers which are made from chemical substances are called as synthetic fibers. For example, polyester, nylon and acrylic. So these are some kinds of synthetic fibers where they use chemicals to prepare these fibers. Yes. Now let us discuss the common fibers that which are obtained from plants. So the most commonly seen fiber is a cotton plant, the fiber which is obtained from a cotton plant. Yes children, have you ever visited a field of cotton? Yes, they grow in the fields, and usually you can see that they grow at places having black soil and warm climate. So mostly the regions where you can find cotton are Punjab, Haryana, Rajasthan, Madhya Pradesh or Andhra Pradesh, Tamil Nadu and so on, etc. So these cotton plants require warm climate and also they grow properly in black soil. Yes, yes children, have you ever experienced that when you try to thread a needle, see the fiber, when you try to thread a needle, it is sometimes very difficult to pass this thread through the eye of a needle. Is it so? It is because this thread will still split into many fibers, where it is very difficult for us to send it through the hole of the send it through the eye of a needle. It is because this yarn is also still made up of thinner filaments, what we call them as fibers. And also, have you ever saw your mother making wicks for an oil lamp? Yes, so what that wick is made of? It is also made up of a cotton fiber. Apart from making fabric, these are also used to fill mattresses and pillows. Yes, so here in this picture, see, it is the field of a cotton plant. So this cotton, it is grown in a fruit, what we call them as cotton bolls. So when these cotton bolls mature, it bursts open and we can see the seed which is surrounded by the fibers. Yes, have you ever saw a field, a cotton field, where the cotton balls have been bursted, in the sense where the cotton is being exposed? So it might just give us appearance as the field completely filled with snow. Yes. So here the fibers are separated, in the sense now as this seed is surrounded by the fibers, the seed have to be separated from the fiber. So that process of separating a seed by just taking out the fiber is done by a process known as combing. And that process of removing a seed from a fiber is known as ginning. So here is the machine which is used to remove the seeds from the cotton plant. Yes, and the next foremost fiber that we can see, which is called as jute. So jute fiber, it is obtained from the stem of the jute plant, and it is cultivated during the rainy season. And these jute plants are harvested mostly during the flowering stage. So the stems of these jute plants are being immersed in water for few days, and when they rot, the fibers are being pulled out from the stem. This is how the fibers are being extracted from a jute plant. And in India, jute is mainly cultivated in West Bengal, Bihar and Assam. So here you have seen the two important fibers, the cotton, which grows in a cotton ball, and once the ball matures, the ball bursts open, exposing the cotton outside. And the process of picking out this cotton from the cotton plant, it's called as combing, and such a process is known as ginning, where we just remove the seed from the fiber. And the second fiber that we have discussed is about the jute. So cotton and jute are the fibers where we obtain fibers from these two plants. So then how these fibers are converted into yarn? So the fiber, to make a fabric, fibers have to be converted to yarn, and that yarn is to be converted into a fabric. Then how come is it done? Are there any special devices to make a yarn out of these fibers? Yes. How is it done then? So it is done through a special device known as hand spindle or tuckli. So here the process of making yarn from fiber is known as spinning. So the process of spinning can be done with a special device known as hand spindle or tuckli. So in the picture it is clear, so you can see the picture of tuckli there, where fibers are drawn out and they are twisted continuously to draw the yarn from the fiber. So this is the process of spinning, you can see. So tuckli is one of the device which is used for spinning. So what is spinning, Nana? So it is nothing but it is where the fibers are converted into yarn. So that is done with a special device known as tuckli. And there is another device which is popularized by Mahatma Gandhi, known as charkha. So this was most popularized by Mahatma Gandhi. It was used in those days. And so as a part of the independence movement. So whereas Mahatma Gandhi, he encouraged the people to wear the to mostly use the homespun fiber fabric and shun the clothes which are made in Britain. So after spinning, so what are the two devices here? Takli and also charka. So this was popularized by Mahatma Gandhi. So after spinning, so what should these yarns be converted into? To make a fabric, yarns are being they have to be weaved out to make a fabric. So after spinning, yarns are used for making fabrics. So now here in this picture, see, you can see where yarn is being converted into fabric, where the fabric is being made out of yarn. So what are all the processes that are involved to convert an yarn into fabric? So here this process is known as weaving. So in the weaving process, where you can see the process of arranging two sets of yarns together to make a fabric is called as weaving. So in weaving, you can see two sets of yarns, so that one runs parallel and one run horizontal. So when you just see a piece of cloth, you can see, when you see it clearly, you can see two fibers which are going, one is horizontal and one is parallelly arranged. So in weaving process, where the yarns are arranged, two sets of yarns are used together to make a fabric. So these weaving, it can be done on looms. So the looms may be either hand operated or also it may be power operated. So children, yarn is converted into fabric. So the process which is used to convert an yarn to fabric is known as weaving. In case of weaving, two sets of yarns are used together to make a fabric. And now let us see the next process where the yarn is converted into fabric. So the second method, what it is called as knitting. So what is knitting? So in this knitting, as we have seen that in weaving process, two yarns are used where they run horizontal, one is parallel and one runs horizontal. So where two sets of yarns are used to make a fabric. But whereas in case of knitting, a single yarn is used to make a piece of fabric. Might you have seen that you just try that on your torn socks. So when you just try to pull out a single yarn, you can see that a continuous thread like yarn, it just comes out completely where the cloth gets unraveled by that process. So by knitting, sweaters are even done with this process of knitting. They are where a fabric is made through the process of knitting, and only a single yarn is used to make a piece of fabric. So it can be done by hand and also it can be done on machines. So the two processes known as weaving and knitting are used for making different kinds of fabrics. So here this is the process of weaving, where two sets of yarns are used to make a fabric. But whereas in case of knitting, only a single yarn is used to make a fabric. So the two processes are weaving and knitting. Yes. Now let us discuss the history of clothing material. Yes children, have you ever wondered what material do people used in the ancient times? What material do they use for cloths? They used bark and big leaves of trees and animal skins and furs to cover themselves. But once people have started the settle in agricultural communities, they started to weave grass and twigs into baskets, and also they used the fleece of animals. They just twisted them together to make into longer strands. So these are woven into fabrics. Whereas the early Indians, fabrics made out of cotton, and that grew in the region near the river Ganga. Whereas in ancient Egypt, cotton as well as flax were cultivated near the river Nile, and these two fibers are being used to make a fabric. But children, in those days, as there was these cloths are being draped to cover the different parts of their body. They are not stitched, right? So the complete fabric is being draped over the different parts of the body. But once after the invention of the sewing needle, the people have started stitching these fiber or yarn into fabric. So as such, there is a variety that exists in the type of food that we eat all over the country. There too exists a variety, that is the difference in the clothing and the that is the clothing and the fiber material that we can see all around. So in this picture, see, you can see the ancient people, they used different types, even the animal skills are also used to cover their body. They just simply, and is it not one thing that even today most of the fabrics such as sari or dhoti or lungi, so these type of fabrics are being they are not stitched, they are draped as such. Yes, okay. So as there is a variety in the food that we eat all over the country, there too exists a variety in the clothing material. Yes. Thank you, children.